Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All prayers have been said, so we'll go straight into why we are here. Nasarawa governorship judgment: don't drag religion and its leaders into your mess. PDP Muslim leaders caution opponents. Nasarawa governorship judgment: don't drag religion and its leaders into your mess. PDP Muslim leaders caution opponents. Gentlemen of the press, I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the different but united people of Nasarawa State who belong to different religious groups and are members of our party, the PDP. While we commend all our religious leaders for the restraint and common goodwill for the existing peace and harmony of our state, we as citizens are gathered here to address a matter of great significance and moral importance, particularly to our people generally in our dear state. But before we do this, let's begin by warmly thanking Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the several plans, policies, and promises of reforms for our country. And we pray that Almighty will give him good health and more wisdom to discharge the task ahead. We pray for our country and wish our leaders well in the discharge of their services to the nation. We are all witnesses to the fact that on Monday, 2nd October 2023, the Nasarawa State Governorship Election Tribunal gave its judgment on the outcome of the governorship election, which nullified the election of Governor A.A. Sule and returned Dr. David Amugadu as the duly elected governor of our dear state. As leaders who happen to be politicians at this crucible of our development that was created a little over 27 years ago, we have been leaders before 1999, and by the special grace of Allah, we have become politicians in addition to our roles in society and our members, supporters, or friends of the PDP. These we have become without pretensions or any attempt to become religious leaders, but to exemplify the values of our faith in all public spaces that we are to operate from. As leaders, we are more interested in the unity, peace, and security of all the citizens of Nasarawa State, irrespective of religious or ethnic affiliation, whether in our party or without. However, it has come to our attention that there are ongoing efforts by some individuals, particularly those outside our state, to initiate discussions around religion capable of inflating tension and igniting undue passion. These people who have been unknown to our polity and politics are eager to reach out to various interest groups, including religious leaders, in an attempt to explore the possibility of dividing an otherwise united Nasarawa just for the interest of an individual. They even seek the influences of persons along religious lines ahead of the expected appeal of the tribunal judgment, which nullified the election of Governor A.A. Sule. First and foremost, it is important to reiterate that religious and all leaders have a sacred duty to uphold the values of faith, ethics, and morality, but not division in a multi-plural society like Nigeria, most of all Nasarawa State. As leaders, we are called upon to provide guidance, foster unity, and promote goodwill within our communities in particular, and Nasarawa State in general. It is with this in mind that we have become members of the PDP with friends in all cases, families across the political divide, without qualms since the last 27 years. Our role is, as politicians, is not to become embroiled in political disputes or to wield influence in matters of the law by dragging religion into it. As a party, we have not done so, and instead, over the years, ignoring any attraction to such primitive disposition. We observe with dismay the brazen and unfashionable effort of our opponents in the last contest to implore religion as a saving stock from other impending collapse. The immoral lesson is in a contest is ingrained in the discipline to accept outcomes. In political contests, we win sometimes and lose other times. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we wish to note and recognize that the principle of an independent and impartial judiciary is fundamental to the functioning of any just and democratic society. The role of the judiciary is to interpret the law and deliver judgment based on evidence, facts, truth, and legal merit. These fundamental virtues need to be safeguarded at all times for the relief of the justifiably agreed members of our society. Attempts to involve religious leaders and other leaders in the Nasarawa judicial process comes with the risk of compromising the integrity of our legal system, undermining the rule of law, and upholding impunity. Therefore, we as concerned PDP Muslim leaders in Nasarawa State urge all politicians, irrespective of their affiliations, to refrain from seeking to use religious leaders and tendency to influence the legal proceedings and its outcome, or initiate an otherwise peaceful people until the last 4 years of a peace. Instead, let us all respect the principle of fairness and impartiality that is the cornerstone of our legal system. As persons in politics, our commitment is to pray for peace, unity, and justice in our communities, state, and nation. We encourage all politicians, and especially our friends in the APC, to resolve any differences amicably or by legal means, and to respect the decisions of our judicial institutions rather than whipping up religious sentiments. Also, we implore our people to comport themselves and stop running to Sokoto each time there is an issue to be trashed. This has created the situation where those who do not understand the composition of the state to make questionable comments about our unity of purpose and desire for progress. We particularly refer to the vituperations of one Sheikh Mansour Sokoto and advise him to be circumspect and speak like a leader and not a warmonger. In fact, he should restrict his political comments to Sokoto and leave Nasarawa State out of his selfish, confused state of mind. In conclusion, I call all religious leaders to stand united in upholding the principles of integrity, impartiality, non-interference in matters of law. Let us beacon of light and hope, guide our communities towards a just and harmonious society. May peace and wisdom prevail in Nasarawa State and beyond. Thank you, gentlemen, for your kind attention.